Welcome back, dear students. So we started motion in one dimension. Just an introductory lecture is over. So today we will be continuing with that. Okay, fine. Now we have just started plus one, right? So units and dimensions, more dimensional analysis, all those stuffs will come in the first chapter. So second chapter is motion in one dimension. So first thing, certain instructions we would like to share with you, like how to make your study systematic. So first thing is, when you watch these videos, you sit with the pen and papers if you are writing on A4 sites, and if you are filing the notes, if you have that habit, or if you are writing on books, then book and pen. Remove all the distractions, just like a sit in the way you are sitting in a classroom. So that should be the first thing. Complete the notes with the video itself. You have the liberty to pause the video. If you want, you can go back, note it down. Every liberty is there. So complete the note by watching the video itself. Don't postpone that. Then revise that note after watching the video. On the same day itself, revise that note. Then read this portion from the NCERT book, whether it is physics, chemistry or biology, whatever it may be. Since we have started with the plus one, we have some time ahead. So go through NCERT book, okay, and make your concepts very thorough. So you have gone through the note, revised it, and go through NCERT. And if you have any doubts, then don't hesitate to ask. Okay, so you can ask your teacher all your doubts. Don't keep it with you. Okay, and respect, fear, all these things. Respect you can have in your mind. Okay, respect is not like just a fear of asking doubts. So don't think respect, okay, in that way. Okay, so you please ask doubts, then and there clear it off. Okay, we have every facility to communicate with your faculty. One-on-one communication is possible. So please do all that, and from the beginning itself study at a moderate pace. Just like in the beginning, too much of intensity, studying 24/7. Then after one and a half month, slowly coming down. Then not even studying for the full week. It should not be like that. Right from the beginning at a modest pace, moderate pace. Okay, then try to find out good problems, solve it. So NCERT book is the book which you can follow, and if you are following state board, then along with your state board book you can refer NCERT also. So first thing is NCERT. Okay, second book which you can read, which you can refer, and you can do problems, is from H.C. Verma, Concepts of Physics by H.C. Verma. So yeah, this is the book, Concepts of Physics, H.C. Verma. This one is volume 2, green color. You can have blue color book is also there. That is the first part. For plus one students, you can buy that, read through the book, and you have worked out examples also, and the end of the chapter you have some questions given, and only answers are given at the end of the book. So that steps are not given, but so you will have to think a lot. So then another thing is, you must solve previous years NEET, AIPMT, PMT, all medical entrance examination, AIMS, AFMC, all were conducting different exams, right? So that also you can follow. Then JEE mains questions, okay, IIT JEE mains questions you can solve. So third thing you can go through is NEET, AIPMT, so AIMS, then JIPMER, along with that all previous medical, all previous. Then along with that JEE also. So previously JEE paper were called mains, IIT mains, okay. Likewise we had AIPMT, all India pre-medical, then prelims, different names were there. Over the years there are a lot of changes in the names, so names do not matter, right? So follow like this. So if you use time very well, then you will have enough time to cover all these, okay. So first you can cover with all these, so that your preparation for CBSE board exam and for your matriculation or Kerala or whatever board exams you are following, so that book along with NCERT, then reading H.C. Verma as time allows. So here this thing I can place here also in the second position, so you can do this interchangeably. So when you feel to read something, if you feel to have more conceptual knowledge, that time you can read H.C. Verma. And if you feel to do more problems, multiple choice questions, 4 options, right? Question 4 options, that is what multiple choice questions. So you can do this. So these 3 you can follow as of now, and you can build your knowledge on subjects. So this is regarding physics. So follow like this and you will be able to build your conceptual understanding, and after 2 years you will be in a better position to attend competitive exams, whether it is JEE or NEET or ICER or whatever it may be, KVPY or whatever it may be. All the syllabus are same, right? If you are trying for some other competitive exam, not only JEE or NEET, if it is for ICER or if it is KVPY or something else, then that exam's previous year questions you must arrange. Either you should download, you should buy the relevant previous exam previous year's questions in whichever book it is available. Buy that book and you should practice that also in addition to all this, okay. This is how preparation must be made. Maintain separate note for physics. If possible, maintain 2 notes, because your one part is taken by Jashir sir, another part is taken by me. So maintain 2 books and maintain notes very clearly. We will be checking it, okay. So likewise you can do, right. So we will come back to the subject. Yeah, so distance, displacement, speed, velocity, acceleration. These are the 5 fundamental concepts in this chapter, motion in 1 dimension. So in that, distance, displacement, we have seen distance is the shortest straight line path between initial point and final point. We did some problems also differentiating what is distance and displacement. Speed is distance by time. Velocity is displacement by time. Clear? And velocity, we can say x2 minus x1 by t2 minus t1, position 2 minus position 1 by time duration, or we can say v is equal to delta x by delta t. So this also we have seen. So now before coming to acceleration, we will do some problems on velocity and we will make that concept thorough. So first problem is a train, see a train of length 100 meters crosses a bridge of 1 kilometer in 50 seconds. Okay, so what should be the velocity of train? Okay, so a train of length 100 meters crosses a bridge of length 1 kilometer in 50 seconds. So what should be the velocity of train? So we can have options. So these are the options. So pause the screen, try for yourself, take 2 to 3 minutes and try for yourself. Okay, so how to do this? So we are asked to find velocity. So velocity, the formulas are either we can say x2 minus x1 by t2 minus t1 if two positions are given. If two positions are given, we can use this formula x2 minus x1 by t2 minus t1, or otherwise delta x, change in position by change in time, or simply we can say displacement by time. So here positions are not given, but displacement we can find from this. So v is equal to s by t. I am going to use this formula here. Now what is the displacement here? So the length of the bridge is 1 kilometer. So if this is bridge and this is of 1 kilometer, okay, so train will be coming like this. Okay, it will be passing and train will be covering like this, it goes. So 1 kilometer is the length of the bridge. So can I say 1000 meters is the length of the bridge? Now it crosses a bridge. So the crossing will be complete. If it is a train, then the crossing will be complete if the full train goes beyond the bridge. Just like this, the last compartment of the bridge must cross the bridge so that we can say the bridge has crossed. So along with the displacement, along with the length of the bridge, we must add what also? The length of the train also we must add. For car, bike or scooter or bus, this problem is not there, but for train we must consider its length also, and in how much time it should pass, in 50 seconds. So we must add that 50 here. So this is 1100 by 50. So if we solve this we will be getting answer 22 meter per second. This is the answer. Note it down. Okay, we will do another question. Read the question. A scooterist wants to overtake a bus which is 1 kilometer away from the scooter. The bus is moving with a velocity of 10 meter per second. The scooter overtakes in 100 seconds. What must be the velocity of the scooter? Okay, so the bus is already 1 kilometer away from the scooter and the bus is moving, and bus must move with a velocity 10 meter bus is already moving at a 10 meter per second, already 1 kilometer away from the scooter, and it is moving still at a 10 meter per second. The scooterist must overtake the bus in how much time? 100 seconds. So what must be the velocity of the scooter? Options are given: A 5 meter per second, 9 meter per second, 10 meter per second, 20 meter per second. So pause the screen, think, try. Got the answer? So look here, looking at the options, we can directly choose the answer. How? Without doing anything, without any calculation. Bus is moving at a 10 meter per second. If you are running with a 10 meter per second and I am also running at a 10 meter per second, will I be able to touch you, or will I be able to cross you, or will I be able to overtake you? You are running 1 kilometer away or some 5 meters away. We both are running with the same velocity. Very clear that I won't be able to overtake you. So if bus is moving at a 10 meter per second, if the scooter is moving at a 5 meter per second, till the world ends, scooter won't be able to chase the bus. Wrong option. What about 9 meter per second? Never. If scooter is moving with a 10 meter per second with the same velocity, then also it cannot overtake. So this will be the correct answer. So these options are not taken by me. This question is already asked in previous medical entrance examination. So exactly same options were given. Now in order to solve this question, we will slightly change these options. So instead of 9, suppose if they give 15 meter per second, then this option is wrong, this option is wrong. This also can be possible, this is also possible, right? So in these situations we will have to solve the problem. We will do that. Right. So if this is scooter, this is bus, okay, this is moving at a 10 meter per second. The distance between them is 1 kilometer, and he should overtake this bus in how much time? In 100 seconds. What is the velocity of the scooter? Velocity of the scooter is the question. So velocity is nothing but displacement by time. Time is very clearly given. So time 100 seconds, it is very clear. How much should be the displacement? How much the scooter must cover? How much straight line distance the scooter must cover? So we should assume that they are both moving in straight line. That is why velocity is asked. Leave it. So 1 kilometer already away. So that is nothing but 1000 meters. In 100 seconds, the scooter must overtake. So in 100 seconds, how much extra distance this bus will cover? In 100 seconds, the velocity of bus is given. So in 100 seconds, with the velocity 10 meter per second, some distance bus will cover. So if V is equal to S by T, velocity of bus, displacement of bus, and time. So displacement of bus in this time is VB into T, velocity of bus into time. Velocity of bus is given as 10. The scooter must overtake in 100 seconds. So that 100, if we put in together, then in that 100 seconds, the bus will travel an extra 1000 meters. So that also we will have to add here. So this is nothing but 2000 divided by 100. Okay, what we are getting? 20 meter per second. So that option is the correct answer, 20 meter per second. The questions which we have done is reasonably good question. Okay, So in your CBSE board exam, a question will be given. You can do some substitutions, and reasonably easy questions are also there. Some questions they can make tough also. So these two questions are good questions. If you just see the answer again, if you did not understand, and think for yourself, try, and please practice more number of questions like this. Okay, so we will move to again another topic in velocity itself. See, suppose if you are driving, and if you are moving with a velocity 20 meter per second. Say for example, if you have started from your house, in straight line you are moving, okay, with the same velocity 20 meter per second. There is no change in velocity. We call them uniform velocity. Suppose if you are moving with velocity 20 meter per second, suddenly a dog crossed, you slowed down your vehicle, and the speed reduced to 10 meter per second. Then again you applied accelerator and you increased your speed. So generally practical situation in our traffic, the velocity is not uniform. Okay, so if suppose if the velocity is 20 meter per second throughout, then, or at least when I am watching you for some time, you were moving with 20 meter per second. So from observer point of view, okay, in the last session we have discussed about observation, all these things. So from an observer point of view, you are moving with the 20 meter per second. See, 20 meter per second a vehicle going with 20 meter per second throughout the motion is not practically possible, because at least you will have to start the vehicle. So when you start the vehicle, the velocity of vehicle was 0. Then again when you start moving, you increase the velocity and it reaches 20 meter per second. So it is not the whole journey. It is like someone observes you for some time, and that duration of time you have a velocity 20 meter per second, constant velocity. So this is what we call constant velocity, or we call uniform speed likewise. Suppose if your velocity is 0, then it becomes 10, it becomes 20, 30, it is increasing, then it becomes 20, then 15, like it is changing. Then we call them non-uniform velocity or non-uniform speed. Speed and velocity can be used interchangeably if we are moving in straight line, both are same also. So understood, constant velocity, uniform speed, then non-uniform velocity, non-uniform speed. So velocity can change. So now we will study about, from this context we will study about average velocity or average speed, average velocity or average speed. So average velocity is nothing. Suppose you are moving from a point to another point with a velocity 10 meter per second. After some time you reached that point, 10 meter per second your point. From that point to another point, if you are moving with another velocity, so there will be lot of velocities, right? 20 meter per second, 10 meter per second, 30 meter per second. Likewise, various distances or various time intervals you are moving with the different velocities. So if we are asked to find what is the velocity there, we will have to find average velocity. Say for example, if you are getting 90% marks in physics, and if you are getting 100 marks in mathematics, then some 50 marks in chemistry, and if someone asks your mark, if you are too smart, you will be saying 100%. I got 100% in max. So your friend, out of the curiosity, he will forget to ask about chemistry. Correct or what? If you are honest, okay, honest enough, you will be saying what you will be doing. You will be taking the average of physics, chemistry, maths, everything putting together, Hindi, English, Tamil, Malayalam, everything putting together, and you will be telling what? I have got 85% of marks average. That is what we will be telling, right? So same way here also you will have to find average velocity. So how to find average velocity? V average is nothing but total displacement. Velocity is nothing but displacement by time. Velocity is nothing but displacement by time. So here we will be taking V average is total displacement by total time. Total displacement by total time. Suppose if they are asking speed average, then this is nothing but total distance. Okay, so average velocity, V average is total displacement by total time, speed average is total distance by total time. So suppose if we get some displacement for some time, another set of displacement for another 10 seconds, something like that. If you are getting different segments, you can add like this: S1 plus S2 plus how many displacements are given up to Sn, divide by T1 plus T2 up to Tn. So speed average also same thing. You have to add all the speeds and all the time. So this is what is average velocity and average speed. Okay, all right. So we will do some problems based on average velocity and average speed. See, a car starts from point A to point B, then to point C. So suppose if this distance is 10 meter and it takes 10 seconds of time, and if this distance is 5 meter and they take just 5 seconds of time, then what is the average velocity? Okay, average velocity. So average velocity is only two segments are given, S1 plus S2 divided by T1 plus T2. Okay, so 10 meter plus 5 meter divided by 10 seconds plus 5 seconds. 15 by 15 will be getting 1 meter per second. Do you feel that it is too easy questions? I don't want such easy questions, right? We need more difficult questions. We will do difficult questions. This is just a sample, okay, just to understand the formula. If speed, then distance we can take. Okay, ready for the next question? Yes. So this is your home. Okay, what point A, point B and all. If it is home, you will be happy, right? So from home you went to where? Which place? School, tuition, to studios. What we will put here? Market, supermarket, okay, or ice cream shop. Ice cream shop. Okay, ice cream shop. So you went to that side. Okay, around 1 kilometer distance is there from your home to ice cream shop. So you went there. So while you going, you took only 5 seconds. Okay, then you return back. Okay, this is one side. Then you return back again from ice cream shop to your house. So that you took some 10 second, lethargic, slowly you are coming. Okay, so from your home to ice cream shop, 1 kilometer distance is displacement is there. Okay, 1 kilometer displacement will take. Okay, then you return back to your home. While going to ice cream shop, you took 5 seconds. Fatafat reached ice cream shop. While coming back, you are coming a little slowly. Now, what is V average? Pause the screen, calculate and tell. What is the answer you got? So V average is equal to S1 plus S2 divided by T1 plus T2. So S1 is 1 kilometer, so 1000 meters. Then while coming back again 1000 meters. Then while going 10 seconds, while coming back 5 seconds. So 2000 divided by 15. So this is the answer you got. So this is wrong. By we asked V average. V average. Velocity is displacement by time. So displacement is nothing but the shortest straight line path between initial point and final point. So where is the initial point here? This is the initial point. Where is the final point? This itself is the final point. You went to your ice cream shop and returned back to home. So final point and initial point is your home itself. So no displacement. So velocity can be considered as 0. Genuine question can be asked here. What is this actually? This we can say this is nothing but speed average. That is correct. This is speed average. Okay, clear? Note it down. So another question we can do, just like from one point to another point. Okay, if the displacement is 10 meters and the velocity here is 10 meter per second, and from this point to another point displacement is again 10 meters. Velocity here, this is how much? 5 meter per second. So what is the average velocity? What is the average velocity? So here, okay, pause the screen, do yourself, try to get the answer. Got the answer? Okay, so we'll do verify your answer. So V average is equal to S1 plus S2 divided by T1 plus T2. So here S1 is given 10 meter, S2 is also given 10 meter, divided by T1 is not given. So how to find T1? V is equal to S by T. V is equal to S by T. V is equal to S by T. So T is equal to S by V. So we can write T1 is equal to 10 by 10. Correct or what? Displacement by velocity. So this is 1 second. Here T2 is nothing but again displacement S by S2 by V2. So S2 is what? Again 10. This is 5. So we are getting 2 seconds. So 1 plus 2. T1 plus T2 we can say 1 plus 2. So this is going to be 20 by 3 meter per second. This is the average velocity. So need not be always it is, we cannot think like they will give directly. They can give velocity also. From there we will have to find time and we will have to find average velocity. So here V average is equal to S1 by S2 divided by T1 plus T2. So I can take S1 plus S2 divide by, so just like V is equal to S by T, T is equal to S by V, we can put what? S1 by V1 plus S2 by V2. So this is T1, this is T1, and what is this? This is T2. Now observe here, this is 10 meter, this is also 10 meter. So whenever equal displacement intervals are given, if the displacements are same, 10 meter, 10 meter, 20 meter, 20 meter, likewise same things are given. This is not S1 and S2, these are, we can write these are S and S. So V average is equal to S plus S divided by S by V1 plus S by V2, S by V2. So V average is equal to 2S divided by, taking this S out, if I take this S out, I will be getting 1 by V1 plus 1 by V2. Clear or what? So this S and S can be cancelled off, and we can write V average is equal to, this is V2, this will be V1, divide V1 V2. So 2 V1 V2 divided by V1 plus V2. So this is the direct formula we can use if we get same displacement interval or same distance interval, same distance. So directly we can apply that formula and get the answer. Okay, note down. So directly apply that shortcut or direct formula. So what answer we got in the previous, in this question? Actually we got V average, I remember, 20 by 3. So V average, we got this answer by direct steps. So here you apply directly. V1 is given 10, V2 is given 5, divide by 10 plus 5. So what about this? 20 into 5 divide by 15. Cut 20 by 3. So if you do it fast, the same question you can do in 5 to 10 seconds. So use this formula if we get same distance interval or displacement interval. Suppose if we get 3 segments like this, like S, 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 V1, V2, V3, and if we are asked to find V average, extension of this formula, the whatever formula we are using here, we can extend this 3 V1, V2, V3 divide by V1, V2 plus V2, V3 plus V1, V3. Directly apply this formula and get the answer. Next question. Okay, so from a point to another point, they took T1 is equal to 10 second, and to another point again T2 is equal to 10 second. V1 is equal to 10 meter per second, V2 is equal to 5 meter per second. What is V average? Pause the screen, do. Okay, got the answer? V average. So V average is equal to what? S1 plus S2 divided by T1 plus T2. T1, T2 are given. S1 and S2 are not given. So what we will do? V is equal to S by T, S is equal to V into T. So what we will do here, instead of S1 is V1 into T1, S2 is V2 into T2. So we will apply here V1 T1, okay, V1 into T1 plus V2 into T2 divided by T1 plus T2. So what is V1? 10. What is T1? 10. What is V2? 5. What is T2? 10 divided by T1 plus T2. 10 plus 10, 20. What we are getting? This is 100 plus 5 into 10, 50 divided by 20. So 150 divided by 20 total. So V average we are getting 15 by 2 meter per second. This is the answer. Okay, right? So V average, what is the answer we got? 15 by 2 we got, right? Okay. Now look at this formula. What is common here? T1 is also 10 seconds, T2 is also 10 seconds. Both are same. Just like S and S. Now it is T and T. Both are same. So we can accordingly arrange. V average is equal to V1 into T plus V2 into T divided by T plus T. Correct. So T we will take out, V1 plus V2 divide by 2T. Correct or what? So T total. So V average is equal to V1 plus V2 divided by 2. Direct. So if we get same time interval, V1 plus V2 by 2. Generally when someone asks like what is V average, and if 3 velocities are given, some students used to do that. Simply they will take V1 plus V2 plus V3 divide by 3. Even in the previous example where same displacement intervals are given, right? So there also 2 distant velocities are given. So V average, easy, V1 plus V2 by 2. So if same distance interval is given, if you do like that, you will get wrong answer. Only if same time intervals are given, V average is V1 plus V2 by 2, not down. So if we substitute for this, V1 is 5, V average is equal to V1 is 5, 10, V1 is 10, yeah, V2 is 5 divided by 2. So 15 by 2, matter of 5 seconds. Clear or what? So follow this. We'll do another question. Okay. So a body travels from a point A to point B with the displacement S, okay, with the velocity V1, with the velocity V1, and another same displacement, again same S, traveled by the body with the velocities V1 and V2 at the same time interval, then what is the average velocity? Did you understand the question? A body travels from A to B and B to C. So from A to B the displacement is S, from B to C is also displacement is S. So the first S, for first displacement from A to B, the velocity with which the body travels is V1. From B to C, the velocity with which the body travels is V1 for half duration of time, and This is V2 and this is V3. So V2 for half duration of time and V3 for another half duration of time. Okay, so what is V average? We'll give options also. So these are the four options for this question. 2V1 into V2 plus V3, 2V1 plus V2 plus V3. Likewise, different combinations are given. So pause the screen and try for yourself. Okay, I will do. This is the answer actually. Okay, option A is the answer. We will verify. So two displacement intervals and here two time intervals. So first we will find the average, V average dash of this one. So V average dash for that segment, I mean this segment, is same two time intervals, V1 plus V2 by 2. So V2 plus V3 divided by 2. Bus. That part is done. Now this one and this one, what is the formula? V average dash we found. V average, how to find? For same distance interval, V average was 2V1 V2 divided by V1 plus V2. This was the general formula. So same thing we will apply here, V average dash and V1. So 2V1 V average dash divided by V1 plus V average dash, fine. Substitute 2V1, what is V average dash? V2 plus V3 divided by 2 divided by V1 plus V2 plus V3 divided by 2. Is it okay? Correct? So this 2 and this 2 will be cancelled. And so what will come? This 2 will come here. So V1 into V2 plus V3 divided by this 2 will come here. So 2V1 plus V2 plus V3 whole divided by 2 will come, that will come to numerator 2V1. So 2V1 into V2 plus V3, 2V1 plus V2 plus V3. Look at the option A. So this is about average velocity and average speed. So we have studied about distance, displacement, speed, velocity. Acceleration we have not yet touched. Now here we have studied about average velocity and average speed. So dear students, hope you understood the topic, and please go through today itself. Okay, complete the note and revise the note. Okay, and today itself just revise it, and whenever you get time, please do extra questions from this part, and whichever topic is done, do that relevant topic from IIT JEE questions, previous year's questions, or previous NEET, AIPMT, all those medical entrance examination questions also. So then and there you practice previous questions so that you will build confidence also. I am able to handle previous year questions, so coming year questions also I will be able to handle. Okay, so thank you very much. Bye bye. Good luck.